So one dream that I had during this class requires a little backstory to explain. During the last quarter at Santa Clara, my friend group went through a traumatic experience. One of our friends, she cut herself in front of us. And it was a really complicated situation, which I'm not going to explain, but it wasn't like a normal self-harm incident. She was very angry at us, and out of that anger, she did that in front of us. And during the time, it was really hard, but it was something that we all got over, including her. She got help. And so recently, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I had a nightmare. And in this nightmare, oh, I guess another part that's important to explain is that during that moment, she pulled out a blade she was going to use to harm herself. Before she did so, like, my body went into a complete flight or fight response because I thought, and my friends thought, that we were all going to get harmed in that moment. Our bodies were just in this complete state of threat where we just thought we were going to be killed. And that's what made it hard, I guess. It's just that we were just so, our bodies were just so, our instincts were so sure that we were ones going to get harmed. So after that, we were just scared for our own safety. We were scared that she was going to hurt us. And that kind of has become the biggest, most real fear I have ever felt, because I have, irrational fear of like stingrays, but I'd never encountered something where I was so put under threat, and it just built up a fear, which is, something we went to the Cal Center and we got help and we moved on past it. But in my dream, I dreamt that somehow I was restrained and that she grabbed my wrist and she started to cut me. And it was a very strange dream because I was lucid. I don't know if that's the word, but I was aware enough that I wanted to move my arms. Like in real life, I was telling my arms to move, not just in my dream. I was like, I really wanted to move my arms, even though I kind of knew it was a dream. I also knew that I just thought I was in danger, and I felt like just panic and being scared, and it was terrifying, because I couldn't. It's one of the, this happened before, where in my dream, like, I'm kind of aware enough that I want to move in real life and wake up, and I couldn't do it, so I was just, trying to move my arms. And I don't know how long it took. I ended up just finally waking up and just being in a complete state of panic and being scared, because my realest, biggest fear of the time, which I thought was, gone, I had moved on past it, had just happened, during this entire time. What I was most scared of is I was gonna get harmed. And in my dream, I was harmed. I was cut, like, right where she cut herself, but instead me. And, in that moment when she did that to herself, that's what I thought she was going to do to us. So, I think it's not as much of a hard dream to explain. And I know that it's, like, a personal dream, but honestly, it's the only dream that's stuck with me during this time, and it makes sense why it stuck with me. I was so frightened. Um, and I think that's the thing. Dreams are very personal. The explaining daily experiences idea makes more sense to me, and not Freud's that it's about taboo or troublesome wishes or desires, because I have no wish or desire for this to happen to me. The way I think I explain dreams is that we have so much experience in our life, we have so much memories, we have so much in our brains that we are currently processed, that we have processed, that is part of our past experience, and that there's so much that it's not all available to us at the same time. It's like if we have a backup drive in our head, what we can think, our conscious thought, is what, is on the actual computer. That's my metaphor. And our unconscious is our backup drive. And in our dreams, we can connect to our backup drive and see what's in there. And we store in our backup drive what we don't think is completely necessary to have, on the monitor, what we need during in our conscious thought. So it's in our unconscious. So I think this dream is a good example of that. I went through it, my friend group and I went through it, and we got help, and it was a big ordeal, but it happened. It's not just something that we can erase, but our mind doesn't want it to just be in our conscious thought. It puts it in the backup drive, and in our dreams, we have access to that, and it accessed it, and it happened. And dreams can be sort of a way to show us what's still in our mind, but not, something that we can tap into just freely when we're awake. So I think dreams are not just explaining things that are going on during the day, but it's more like our mind being aware of everything that's in it, because our conscious thought can't just go into our unconscious, but our dreams can show us what's in there. Um, and sometimes we'll have dreams that make no sense, but I think in general, that's how I've always seen my dreams. It's just something that I didn't know was on my mind, and then it's brought up and it's put in my mind. And I'm gonna delete this video off YouTube as soon as you grade it, just, more for the sake of my friend's privacy than my privacy. And that's it.